There's a frightening truth that most of us are completely unaware of. Every slow, shuffling step, every time you grab the wall for support, every flicker of fear walking down the stairs, these aren't just simple signs of aging. They are the final warning bells for a silent health crisis that has been smoldering for 10, 15 years. But today, I will reveal a simple biological switch. Biological switch. A 2-minute daily practice that top research institutes prove can completely reverse this process. This won't just help you walk steadily at 80, it will restore the confidence you lost long ago. Listen closely, because what I'm about to share could change the final decades of your life forever. Welcome back to Everyday Vital Path, your daily journey to living a healthy and fulfilling life. Today, I want to ask you a question that perhaps many of us are afraid to admit. Are you quietly accepting that slow, unsteady steps and the fear of falling are an unavoidable part of getting older? If so, I want you to know you are not alone. But I also want to tell you a truth that might surprise you. There is a miracle remedy that takes just 2 minutes a day. It not only helps you walk more steadily right now, but is also the key to walking confidently on your own 2 feet, even past the age of 80. This is not magic. This is science. And in today's video, we will uncover that secret together. A secret so simple you'll wonder why you didn't know about it sooner, yet so powerful it can completely change the trajectory of your later years. Trust me, what I'm about to share will make you completely rethink health and aging. If you find this journey meaningful, I earnestly ask you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Every subscription of yours is a tremendous motivation for Everyday Vital Path to continue creating valuable content, helping us all age with strength and pride. And before we begin, I have a quick question for you. What do you think is the most important factor for someone over 60 to maintain independence and confidence in moving? A. A perfect nutrition plan. B. Flexibility and strength from core stabilizing muscles. Let me know your choice, A or B, in the comments section below. Here is the 2-minute daily workout to walk safely even at 80. 1. The half squat exercise. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Robert. There's a saying I often share with my patients in our age group. Strength isn't about muscles, it's about freedom. And today, I want to explore with you one of the most crucial keys to maintaining that freedom, the half squat exercise. Have you ever wondered what's really happening when you start finding it difficult to rise from a low chair? Or when you feel slightly breathless after just a few stairs? That's not just a sign of aging, it's a message from your body. The major muscle groups in your legs, the pillars of your body, are quietly weakening. And this decline in functional strength, my friends, is one of the clearest indicators of the risk of losing the independence we all cherish. I remember a patient, Margaret, aged 68. She came to me and said, "Doctor, I feel like I'm being imprisoned by my own living room. My comfortable sofa has become a challenge." That statement stayed with me. We should not live in fear of the most ordinary things, and the half squat is the answer. Imagine what you're doing each time you perform this movement. You're training your legs to remember how to rise with power and safety. You're building a strength savings account for real-life situations, lifting a grocery bag, reaching for a book on a high shelf, or stepping out of a car with confidence. This isn't about having bulging muscles. It's about keeping your body's framework solid and secure. And remember, we start smart. Don't hesitate to place a sturdy chair behind you. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's an intelligent support tool, a reminder of proper form, and a guarantee of your safety. Every time you lower yourself and push back up, You're not just building muscle, you're building confidence. You're investing in a future where you remain the master of your own home and your own life. Two, heel-to-toe walking exercise. A question I often ask myself when observing patients in our age group walk. When do we begin to lose the confidence in our own steps? Try to recall. Recently, have you felt slightly unsteady stepping off a curb? Has navigating a crowded grocery aisle suddenly become a genuine challenge? If so, I want you to know you are not alone. And today, we will talk about an excellent exercise to regain that steadiness, the heel-to-toe walk. In reality, this is not merely an exercise. In my clinic, I often use it as an important neurological test. It's like we are updating the software for our body's balance system. I want you to visualize this. Each heel-to-toe step is a delicate conversation. Your cerebellum, your coordination center, whispers, lean slightly to the left. Your vestibular system in your ears, your body's internal compass, replies, correct, we are leaning. And instantly, the muscles in your ankles and hips adjust to stabilize your body. It's a perfect dance we often don't notice until it starts to falter. I remember a patient named John, 62 years old. He told me, I feel like I'm walking on a small boat every time I go down the stairs. After persistently practicing this exercise for just 2 minutes daily, he returned and shared, the ground beneath my feet feels so much more solid. The magic lies in the connection. When you place the heel of one foot directly against the toes of the other, you are forcing these three systems to work together precisely. You are reteaching your body how to balance on a narrow line. And our real lives are full of such lines. Aisles between store shelves, uneven pavements, or even the distance from your bed to the bathroom at midnight. A steady gait is not just physical. It is the foundation of confidence in movement. It allows us to walk with the posture of someone who commands the space around them, instead of hesitating with each step. So next time you practice this, think of it not just as walking. You are re-establishing the connection between your mind and body, restoring confidence with every step. And above all, you are investing in freedom of movement, one of the most precious gifts we can give ourselves. Number 3. The importance of fall recovery. Today, I want to share a truth we're often reluctant to admit. No matter how careful we are, there may be times in life when we lose our balance and stumble. What matters more than the stumble itself is how we react in that critical moment. A dear patient of mine, Helen, aged 72, once confided, "Doctor, I'm not afraid of falling. I'm afraid of how my body fails to react." That feeling of helplessness watching the floor rush toward me, unable to do anything. Her words made me realize something profound. Fall prevention isn't just about avoiding a fall. It's about equipping ourselves with the ability to recover safely, the ability to regain balance in an instant. My dear friends, imagine our bodies as boats on the ocean. Even in fair weather, unexpected waves can appear. The ability to recover balance is the skill that keeps that boat from capsizing. In medicine, we call this reactive balance, the nervous system's rapid response, engaging muscles and joints to adjust posture during an unexpected event. I've witnessed two patients experience identical stumbles. One, after months of reflex training, promptly took a short step to regain balance. The other, unprepared, fell and broke an arm. The difference wasn't luck. It was whether they had been trained to react. So how do we cultivate this precious ability? Through simple exercises like standing on one leg with slight swaying, or practicing taking a quick step forward when gently nudged from behind, under supervision. These exercises not only strengthen muscles, but, more importantly, teach our nervous system to react swiftly and effectively. As a philosopher once said, falling is not failure. Failure is not learning anything from that fall. When we train our ability to recover from a stumble, we're not just protecting our bodies, we're reclaiming control over our lives. We're telling ourselves, even when storms come, I can remain steady. Think about this. True confidence doesn't come from never stumbling, but from the belief that even if we fall, we can get back up safely. Step 4. Single leg balance. Exercise. Hello, everyone. There's a question I often ask my patients. Do you remember the last time you stood on one leg? Most of us answer that it was during childhood, when we were carefree kids, unafraid of losing balance or falling. But as life goes on, we gradually lose that simple habit. And today, I want to invite you to rediscover this seemingly childlike exercise, the single leg balance. I remember a patient named Barbara, 65 years old. One day, she came to my clinic and shared, "Doctor, I realized I can't stand long enough to put on a pair of pants without looking for support. That wasn't just a physical issue, it was the gradual loss of independence in the smallest things. You know, researchers at the Mayo Clinic found that the ability to balance on one leg for 10 seconds can reveal a lot about our health and longevity. But to me, what matters more than numbers is the true meaning behind this exercise. When you stand on one leg, you're awakening your body's silent guardians, the small muscle groups in your ankles, feet, and hips that are rarely used in daily life. You're activating your internal GPS, the ability to sense your body's position in space without looking. Try to imagine, each time you lift one foot off the floor, you're sending countless neural signals from your legs to your brain, and vice versa. It's a complex conversation between your eyes, inner ears, muscles, and brain. And like any skill, this conversation needs regular practice to avoid fading. I often advise my patients to start by standing next to a sturdy chair. There's no shame in needing support. It's wisdom. Begin with 10 seconds per leg, breathe steadily, and find a fixed point on the wall to focus on. This exercise doesn't just improve our balance. It builds confidence from within. Every second you stand steady is an affirmation. I still have control over my body. I can still trust my legs. Think about this. Balance isn't a static state, but a continuous dance of adjustment and adaptation. And the single leg balance exercise is the simplest, most valuable dance lesson for our lives after 50. Number 5. Seated leg raise exercise. Today, I want to start with a very simple question. When you think about strength, what usually comes to mind? Is it the ability to lift heavy weights or to run a long distance? But I want to tell you about a different kind of strength. The strength of subtle movements, of control. And it begins in the most humble position, sitting in a chair. I remember a patient named George, 68 years old. One morning, he called me and said, "Doctor, I almost fell this morning just because of a small electrical cord on the floor. My leg just wouldn't lift up in time." That was when I realized we often neglect the most important muscle groups, the hip flexors, until they speak up through dangerous situations. The seated leg raise exercise I want to share today seems simple, but don't let its modest appearance fool you. Imagine what you're doing each time you lift your leg off the floor. You are waking up the important machinery at the front of your hips and thighs. The muscles responsible for your first step each morning, for stepping over an object on the floor, or simply for lifting your leg onto a stair. In my clinic, I often compare these hip flexors to tree roots. When they are healthy, they help the tree stand firm and reach upward. When they weaken, the entire structure begins to wobble. And the sad reality is, if we spend too much time sitting, these roots gradually tighten and lose their strength. But here's the good news. We can recover them. When you perform this exercise, sitting up straight, slowly lifting one leg, holding for a few seconds, then lowering with control, you're doing more than just training muscles. You're sending a message to your nervous system. Wake up! We still need these muscles. The wonderful thing is, this exercise doesn't require any special equipment. You can do it while watching the morning news, waiting for water to boil, or even during a work break. Each leg lift is a commitment to yourself. I still want to walk on my own without fear, to climb stairs without gripping the railing too tightly, to step over life's small obstacles by myself. So next time you sit down, try lifting your leg. Feel the engagement at the front of your hip. Listen to your body. Because sometimes the greatest exercises begin in the simplest positions, and our freedom with every step is often built from these very humble moments. Conclusion. My dear friends, our journey today exploring the 2-minute daily secret wasn't just about physical exercises. It was a profound reminder of the power of consistency and proactive self-care. At our age, health is no longer a given. It's a conscious investment. Every time you spend 120 seconds balancing on one leg or practicing the heel-to-toe walk, you're not just building muscle strength. You're sending a powerful message to yourself and the world. I am still in control. I am still investing in an energetic and independent future. The deep lesson I want to share with you today is this. True freedom in our later years isn't measured by the money we have, but by the number of steps we can confidently take on our own. Dependence begins with the smallest things, from the fear of leaving home because you might fall, to needing help putting on your socks. And it's these tiny habits, repeated consistently every day, that will build the strongest protective barrier for that precious freedom. How to apply this to your life? Don't wait for a miracle. Change is built from specific actions. Start today. Make these 2 minutes a non-negotiable ritual, just like brushing your teeth every morning. Set a reminder on your phone. Put a note on your refrigerator. Start with the easiest exercise and feel your own progress week by week. That small consistency, over time, will create a priceless health asset for your later years. I would love to hear from you. What is one small health habit you have maintained that you feel has truly brought positive change to your life? Please share your experience in the comments below, so we can all learn and spread motivation together. If you found this content valuable, I sincerely hope you'll subscribe to the Everyday Vital Path channel and hit the notification bell. Your support is the tremendous motivation that helps us continue creating quality content, helping our community live healthier and happier every day. Thank you all so much.